When a heavy drum tips over on the factory floor, the liquid pooling around your boots might not look like a threat. It looks like dirty water. But in an industrial facility, invisible chemical reactions can dissolve flesh or ignite the air in seconds. For decades, identifying what was in that puddle required deciphering a chaotic mix of overlapping, unstandardized warning labels. That guesswork was replaced by the Globally Harmonized System, or GHS. OSHA's 9 standardized pictograms, black symbols framed in red diamonds, provide a direct visual readout of the specific risks inside. They translate complex chemical data into a format that can be recognized instantly before you ever open a valve or move a barrel. This breakdown is strictly for educational purposes to enhance your hazard recognition. It is not a substitute for formal, facility-specific safety training. Mastering these 9 symbols allows you to instantly determine if a chemical threatens to destroy the facility, your body, or the environment. Facility threats harbor massive amounts of violent physical energy waiting for a catalyst. The flame pictogram marks materials that easily catch fire, but the flame over circle pictogram is different. It designates an oxidizer. Oxidizers do not burn on their own. They provide highly concentrated oxygen that facilitates combustion. If an oxidizer mixes with a flammable liquid, a small fire instantly becomes an uncontrollable inferno. The gas cylinder symbol identifies compressed, liquefied, or dissolved gases. The immense kinetic energy of these gases is tightly packed into metal shells, often stored at high volumes in tight quarters. If a worker drops a cylinder and shears off the valve, that pressure is released all at once, turning a static container into a deadly, unguided missile capable of punching through concrete walls. The exploding bomb pictogram marks highly unstable, self-reactive substances and organic peroxides. These chemicals do not need a spark to detonate. A simple shift in room temperature or the friction of moving the container can trigger a violent reaction. Misreading any of these 4 physical threat symbols leads to rapid, explosive energy releases that can dismantle an industrial facility in an instant. Biological threats skip the infrastructure and directly attack the human body. The corrosion pictogram is unique because it indicates a chemical that destroys matter upon contact, pitting metal and causing severe, irreversible burns to living tissue. The skull and crossbones designates acute toxicity. This means inhaling, swallowing, or absorbing even a microscopic amount of the chemical will cause immediate, catastrophic injury or death. The exclamation mark points to less lethal health hazards. These chemicals act as irritants or sensitizers. Exposure can result in severe dizziness, narcotic effects, or intensely painful allergic reactions. The health hazard pictogram, a human silhouette with a starburst across the chest, marks a chronic, long-term threat rather than an immediate emergency. These chemicals cause mutagenic defects, reproductive toxicity, or cancer over years of repeated low-level exposure. The worker here relies on a respirator because inhaling these particulates silently damages organs over decades. These biological hazard symbols dictate the exact level of personal protective equipment you need to wear to ensure you walk out of the facility with your health intact. Ecological threats are represented by the environment pictogram, featuring a dead tree and fish. This symbol signifies acute or chronic aquatic toxicity. If this chemical washes down a floor drain and enters the local groundwater, it will devastate the surrounding ecosystem. Ignoring this warning transforms a highly localized floor spill into a massive environmental disaster and a severe legal liability for the facility. On the actual label, these pictograms are paired with a specific signal word. Danger points to a severe hazard, while warning indicates a moderate risk. The greatest risk on the floor is visual complacency. Seeing an exclamation mark and assuming the chemical is safe enough to handle casually can leave a worker with severe chemical burns or respiratory distress. The standard operating procedure never changes. Stop, identify the pictogram, read the signal word, and verify your PPE before you lay a hand on any container. Know your 9 symbols: fire, oxidizer, pressure, explosive, corrosion, poison, irritant, long-term health, and environment. A split-second recognition of these shapes is your ultimate defense against industrial accidents.